People will disappoint you. You will even disappoint yourself at times, and that's okay. That's life. Not everyone who enters your world is meant to stay. You know, my mom always told me people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And that couldn't be more true. You never know which box that friend is gonna be in, so learn to have boundaries, learn to forgive, not for them, but for your own peace. Every disappointment is teaching you what you truly deserve. The more space that you make for people who are toxic and take up your time and who constantly let you down and disappoint you, the more space that you're not allowing for a new friendship to flourish. So just know that people will disappoint you, even the people who you love the most, even your partner, even your family, and that's okay. We're all human. That's what being a human means. It means making mistakes. Try and fail a lot. Do not be afraid of failure. Do not be afraid to put yourself out there and fall on your ass in front of everyone and their mother. Failure isn't your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. Every spectacular success story you've ever heard about has been created on a mountaintop of failure. And the only difference between the people that actually succeed and the people that don't is the people that succeeded, they kept going. They just didn't quit. The greatest thing about your 20s is you're able to take risk without catastrophic consequences. You're young enough to where you could bounce right back off the floor. Risk taking is what life is all about. You want to start a podcast? Go for it. You want to sell your dirty underwear on the internet? Go for it. You want to launch a weird business? Do it. Nobody is stopping you. You're stopping yourself. And if there's a voice in your head that's saying, I want to try this, I want to do this, just send it. Go for it. Do it, because 9 times out of 10, even if you fail, you didn't fail. You learned something. The world rewards those who are willing to look stupid trying. To go backpacking. And I mean seriously, go grab a backpack, put 3 months of clothes worth in it, and go explore this beautiful world that we have. And I'm not talking just about vacation. I am talking about dirty bare feet and wearing the same clothes that you wore for months on end and having pimples all over your face because you used dishwashing detergent to wash your body. I'm talking about full on go experience this world and everything that it has to offer. Save up for a few months, go during your summers that you have in college, get lost in another culture, stay in hostels, talk to strangers, learn a language. These experiences aren't just Instagrammable moments to fundamentally rewire how you see the world. You will never come back the same once you do that. Comfort is the enemy of your growth. Your 20s are for growth. When I was 20 years old, the best and worst possible thing happened to me. I studied abroad in Costa Rica for 5 months, and I just took my backpack and I went with a bunch of other students, and I basically just went there to learn Spanish. Well, we won't get into all of that. Maybe that's for a different video, but I will say, although I did get Lyme disease from Costa Rica, from a tick, and I just spent the last who knows how many years trying to heal it. You can watch in the video up here if you want to see how they heated my body to 107 degrees to get rid of it. I remember particularly, one weekend I went with one of my girlfriends that I studied abroad with to a different city in Costa Rica, and we just took a bus and we ended up sitting next to a couple of people that we really got along with, and one was German, a couple were Canadians. At night we ended up all finding this one hostel that had a massive bed, like could fit 16 people in one room. It would have been $8 a piece to stay that night. And we were like, you know what? We can cuddle puddle, okay? So we ended up spending the night laughing our ass off, and I woke up next to 2 strangers that I had no idea existed 24 hours before, and it's still to this day one of my best memories. And I don't even remember their names, but what I do remember is how I felt when I just said yes. I said yes. I didn't judge myself. I didn't judge them. I took a risk, and yeah, maybe it wasn't the smartest, but here I am 12 years later with the most beautiful memories of backpacking. So seriously, if there is a country that is calling your name, go. I have friends who have never been out of the country before, and I don't want to say that they're small-minded, but they are small-minded. You'll understand once you go, but this is your sign. If you've been wanting to go see the world, go on World Packers, go volunteer. I actually did go on a World Packers trip to Portugal, and it's where you exchange your time for free room and board, and some places have like meals that they include or activities they include. So your time is so precious in your 20s, and stop using the excuse of not having any money to go. Just save for a couple months. All you need is a plane ticket really and a little bit of savings for food. But if you go somewhere that's cheap enough, like Thailand or Central America, you can stretch a few $100s to last a few weeks. Your first love isn't your only love, and you're more than likely not going to end up marrying that person. So enjoy them while they're there, enjoy them while they last, but don't put all your eggs into one basket. And don't get married at 18. That relationship that you think is everything right now, it's not. And that's okay. Love is a beautiful and messy journey. Enjoy the moments, learn from the pain, but never ever think that that is your only shot at connection. Some of the most incredible love stories are the ones you haven't even imagined yet. They're the people that haven't even crossed into your path yet. So keep an open heart, an open mind, and enjoy each person while they last in your life. Okay, political views, religious views. Challenge everything that you know, everything that you hear, everything that you believe. Ask yourself, did I choose this or was this chosen for me? Am I just following what my parents have instilled in me growing up? And I have huge faith, so I'm not saying like turn from Jesus, so please don't take this wrong. What I am saying is, you grew up in a super liberal household, maybe you actually align more with Republican ideals. You align with being in the middle, being independent, but actually true growth happens when you challenge what you've inherently believed your whole life. Listen to other people's opinions, ask why, ask the questions to understand and not to prove somebody wrong, and keep an open mind. You are truly your own best friend. So learn to love yourself, and learn to love yourself early on. It took me 30 years to finally look at my curves and my hips in the mirror and say, damn girl, like you were created perfectly because of how society teaches us we're meant to be. Self-love isn't selfish, it's survival. Learn to enjoy your own company. Learn to be alone without being lonely. Develop hobbies that are just for you. Just like you would on a date, spend a little time getting to know yourself again. What is she like? What makes her happy? What lights her soul on fire? What visions does she have? What fears does she have? Seriously, go take yourself on a self date, get some coffee, and just be with yourself. What you have is yourself, and you'll always have yourself. I think we're on number 7. Shadow your dream career. If you want to be a doctor, go find a doctor and see if somehow you can shadow them or take them to lunch or buy them coffee just so you can pick their brain and spend an hour in their shoes. Real world insight is worth more than any textbook or online course. When I was 17, I thought I wanted to be a firefighter. And I actually took a fire science class and I was enthralled with the idea. So the instructor I asked, I said, can I come ride along for 24 hours? And he hooked it up, he set it up. I showed up at the fire station, this little 17-year-old, and it was the most wild 24 hours of my life. I saw a dead person, we tried to bring her back to life. I saw another old man slash his entire head open at a gas station. We got no sleep, and then after seeing all of that, we went back to the station and they made burgers, not kidding you, as big as my head. And I was so grossed out. I was like, I don't know how you guys are eating right now. I couldn't eat, I couldn't think straight, and I realized I don't want to see dead people. So that wasn't for me. And if I hadn't gone on that ride along, I would have never known that that's not something that I wanted to do. So find real world people, real world scenarios, and throw yourself into their shoes. Might sound random, but hear me out. Rescue the damn dog. Because she might just be the thing that ends up saving your life one day. This dog has stayed in bed with me for 18 hours. Hey, are you camera shy? Sit. Has brought me down to my knees when I was in a panic attack and brought me out of panic. Even if you're in your 20s and you're broke, that might be the thing that just changes your whole world. Go rescue a dog if you're lonely, if you're depressed, if you're sad, if you need an adventure buddy. They are life-changing. Go get a second job if you have to, like I did, to afford the dog. But just go rescue the dog. And for my worriers out there, 99% of the things that we worry about never happen. And if they do happen, that 1%, it makes you stronger. Anxiety is a liar, and the universe has a way of working things out way more beautiful than we ever could have imagined. God has a plan to prosper you and not harm you. Your worry is wasted energy. Go take that energy and rescue a dog. Protect your energy. Your 20s are about learning, building, growing, making mistakes. And I know I've already kind of foot stomped this, but if there are people in your circle who are toxic or they talk trash about you or you just don't feel good when you're around them, bye. You can go make new friends. And you don't even need new friends. You can be your own damn friend. Like I said, be your own best friend. You cannot build a beautiful life with people that are draining you 24/7. And it is 1,000% better to be alone, hey, than to be surrounded by these people. Oh my gosh, and you're not gonna wanna hear this one, but learn about money. Saving for your future is not sexy, but compound interest is sexy. And if you start now, oh my gosh, if I started when I was 20 and got a financial advisor and actually saved all my pennies, I would be so much further than I am now. So here's your big sis advice. Save like 20% of your paycheck if you can, 10%, it doesn't matter. Start somewhere, save it, put it in a high yield saving account, which gives you like a 4% return. Or if you wanna go hard, get a financial advisor. Start saving your extra pennies and stop wasting them on weekends drinking out or that new outfit or the 10 Lululemon bras that you don't need in your drawer. It is okay to change your mind. If you wanna change your major, if you wanna change careers, it's okay to do that. It's okay to move to a new city and move away from your family and do something that you never thought you would do. Even move to a different country if you're bold enough. But my point being, in your 20s, there's always a plane ticket home. And you can always move back home if everything else fails. You know, I asked my mom when I went to Costa Rica, I said, Mom, what if I come back and I don't have any money? Like, what if I spent all my money over there and I don't even have money to get a plane ticket home? She said, first of all, don't do that. But if you do that, you will figure out a way to get back. You're smart, number one. Number two, you're never alone. Even if you feel alone, you're never completely on your own. There are people that love you and cherish you and care for you and would give you their last dollar. So don't be afraid. Stop living in fear. And in your 20s, go out and fail and do the things that set your heart on fire. I hope you guys got something out of this video, and if you did, please subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you are going to take any action on any of these. Till then, I will catch you guys later.